Close your eyes for just one moment before you read further. Take a breath. Feel the air entering your lungs, slow, steady, sacred. Because what you are about to receive is not a coincidence. You did not stumble upon these words by accident. The universe does not operate in accidents. It operates in orchestration, a vast, infinite intelligence that moves mountains without making noise, that shifts timelines without sending announcements, that reaches into the ordinary moments of your day and places exactly what your soul needs directly in your path. Today, it placed this. And I need you to understand something before we go any further. Something that might feel impossible to believe right now, especially if you have been carrying something heavy lately, especially if the past few months have tested you in ways you struggle to even put into words. The universe has been watching you. Not casually, not from a distance, closely, tenderly, with the kind of focused, unwavering attention that a mother gives to a sleeping child. The type of watching that is filled not with judgment, but with fierce, unconditional love. At what it has seen in you, what it has witnessed you endure, survive, push through, and quietly carry without recognition, moved the very fabric of cosmic energy. That is why today is different. That is why this message had to reach you now. There is an energy that surrounds every living being on this earth. Ancient traditions called it prana. Scientists call it electromagnetic fields. Spiritual teachers across thousands of years have called it the soul's frequency, the invisible signature that broadcasts who you are into the universe before you ever speak a single word. Your frequency has been shifting, quietly, slowly, but unmistakably. And the universe, that great boundless intelligence that holds galaxies together and causes seeds to know exactly how to become forests, felt it. Like a tuning fork resonating across infinite space, your shift sent ripples outward into the quantum field of existence. Something in you has been changing. You may not have noticed it clearly yet. From the inside, transformation rarely feels like growth. It feels like confusion. It feels like restlessness. It feels like waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning with a heart full of questions and a mind that refuses to be quiet. It feels like the life you once accepted no longer fits the person you were becoming, like wearing a coat 2 sizes too small and not yet knowing what size you've grown into. That discomfort is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It is a sign that something is profoundly, cosmically right. The caterpillar does not enjoy the cocoon. There is nothing comfortable about dissolving everything you were in order to become something you have not yet seen. But the butterfly that emerges does not mourn the walls that held it. It simply opens its wings and rises. You are in the cocoon right now, and the universe is guarding you, fiercely, precisely, lovingly, while the transformation completes itself. There were moments recently, perhaps yesterday, perhaps last week, perhaps in a quiet hour when no one else was around, when you felt something you could not name, a stillness that was not emptiness, a knowing that lived deeper than thought, a sense, faint but undeniable, that something was about to change, that a chapter was ending, that the air around your life smelled different somehow, charged with the electricity of approaching arrival. That was not your imagination. That was the universe whispering to the part of you that already knows. In the language of spiritual energy, every human life moves along what ancient wisdom describes as a thread of destiny. Not a rigid, predetermined script, but a living, breathing current of possibility, shaped by choice, by faith, by the quiet work of the soul in the hidden hours. Your thread has been under enormous tension, not because you did something wrong, not because the universe turned away from you or forgot your name, but because the life that is waiting for you on the other side of this season is so expansive, so aligned with your deepest truth, that the preparation for it required pressure, required stillness, required the kind of deep internal rearranging that cannot happen while everything around you is comfortable and familiar. Think about diamonds, pure carbon, subjected to unimaginable pressure, in complete darkness for what feels like an eternity. No light, no relief, no visible progress, just pressure. And then, clarity, brilliance, a stone so strong that nothing on earth can scratch it, so beautiful that it catches light and splits it into every color of the spectrum. That is what has been happening inside you. The universe does not create diamonds carelessly. It does not apply pressure to souls it has forgotten. It reserves its most intense transformation for those it has chosen for its most luminous purpose. You have been chosen. I want to be clear about what that means, because in a world full of noise and distraction, the word chosen can feel either arrogant or fictional. So let me ground it in truth. Being chosen by the universe does not mean you will be handed a life free of difficulty. It does not mean you will never hurt again, never face another closed door, never lie awake again wondering if you made the right choices. Being chosen means that your life has been designated as a vessel for something meaningful, something that extends beyond your own comfort, your own timeline, your own immediate understanding. It means that the universe is not finished with you. It means that every experience you have survived has been building something in you that the world genuinely needs. Your compassion was not wasted. Your patience was not weakness. Your tears were not evidence of failure. Every single one of them was curriculum. Every single one was the universe teaching you something that cannot be learned any other way, preparing you to stand in rooms, to hold space, to speak words, to simply exist in a way that changes the energy around you for the better. You are not an accident of the cosmos. You are a deliberate expression of it. Now I need to speak to you about something that may be difficult to hear, not because it is meant to frighten you, but because understanding it is part of your liberation. There have been energies in your life that were not aligned with your highest good. Some of them wore familiar faces. Some of them spoke in kind voices. Some of them entered your life during your most vulnerable moments when you were open, trusting, reaching for connection. And they took more than they gave. They fed on your light without contributing to it. They leaned on your strength without helping you stand. They called it love, called it friendship, called it loyalty, but energy does not lie, and in the quiet of your own heart, you felt the drain. You are not imagining that exhaustion. You are not being ungrateful. You are not being unfair. You are being discerning, and discernment is one of the universe's greatest gifts. It is the internal compass that knows the difference between connection that elevates and connection that depletes, between relationships rooted in genuine resonance and relationships rooted in need, in habit, in fear of change. The universe has been, slowly, carefully, with surgical precision, removing these misaligned energies from your orbit. Some of those removals felt like rejection, like abandonment, like loss. You wondered what you did wrong. You replayed conversations, searching for the mistake you must have made, the version of yourself that must have been too much or not enough. But I am telling you now, with the full weight of cosmic truth behind these words, you did nothing wrong. You simply outgrew it, and the universe, which loves you far too much to leave you anchored to what dims your light, began the great rearrangement. It is not finished yet. There are still a few threads being untangled from your energy field, still a few outdated stories you have been telling yourself about your worth, about what you deserve, about what is possible for someone like you, that are being gently, persistently dismantled by the intelligence of the cosmos itself. Because those stories are the invisible walls around your destiny, and the universe cannot deliver to you what your own beliefs refuse to let in. Watch in the coming days and weeks for things falling away without drama, situations resolving themselves without your intervention, doors closing softly on chapters that no longer serve your becoming. This is not failure. This is not punishment. This is the cosmic gardener pruning the vine, not because it does not believe in the vine, but because it knows exactly what kind of fruit is coming next, and it needs the vine to be strong enough to bear it. The universe does not go silent. It never has, it never will, but it does speak in a frequency that the busy, distracted, survival mode mind often cannot hear. It speaks in whispers, in symbols, in the quiet language of synchronicity, the meaningful coincidences that logic cannot fully explain, but the soul instantly recognizes. You have been receiving signs. Perhaps you keep seeing the same numbers. Perhaps a song comes on at exactly the right moment, carrying lyrics that feel like they were written specifically for your situation. Perhaps you have been dreaming with unusual vividness, not the chaotic dreams of an anxious mind, but structured, symbolic dreams that leave you with a feeling you cannot shake, a sense that something was being communicated, something important, something just beyond the edge of full understanding. Perhaps you have had the sudden, inexplicable urge to change direction in a relationship, in your career, in the way you spend your quiet hours. A pull towards something new, something that excites and terrifies you in equal measure. That pull is not restlessness. That pull is calling. That pull is the universe tugging on the thread of your highest path, trying to get your attention, trying to show you the door it has already unlocked. Strangers have said things to you, brief, offhand comments that landed with disproportionate weight, as if they were carrying more than the speaker intended, as if the universe was borrowing a voice for just a moment to deliver a message it needed you to hear. None of this is random. All of it is intentional. The universe is extraordinarily communicative with those it is preparing for significant movement, and it has been communicating with you constantly, patiently, persistently, trusting that you would eventually grow still enough to receive it. That moment is now. You grew still enough, whether by choice or by circumstance, by the exhaustion that finally broke the frenetic pace, by the season of quiet that came unbidden and unwelcome, by the loss that forced you inward. Something brought you to this place of listening, and the universe received that stillness like an open hand extended in trust. It filled that hand with this. I want to sit with you for a moment in the middle of your struggle, not to explain it away, not to minimize it with platitudes about silver linings and lessons learned, but to acknowledge it with the full, honest weight it deserves. Because spiritual truth that bypasses real pain is not truth, it is performance. You have been struggling in ways that people around you may not fully see, in ways that you sometimes hide even from yourself, because the habit of staying strong, of being the one others lean on, of projecting okayness for the sake of the room, that habit runs deep. It is woven into the identity that survival built for you. But the universe sees what is beneath the strength. It sees the moments when your courage nearly failed you, when the weight of uncertainty pressed down so heavily that you had to consciously remind yourself to breathe, when you looked at your life and struggled to recognize it as your own, struggled to remember the version of yourself who had excitement about the future, who felt light in their chest, who laughed without effort. Those moments are real, and they are not evidence of spiritual failure. They are not proof that you lack faith or that you have been abandoned by the intelligence that holds creation together. They are evidence of depth. Only a deep soul can carry the kind of weight you have carried without breaking. Only a soul forged for significant purpose is asked to endure the particular combination of trials that has defined your recent years. The universe does not give tests randomly. It gives growth to those capable of growing through it. It gives weight to those whose character can be deepened by it. It gives fire to those whose gold is real enough to survive it. Your gold is real, and the fire is nearly finished with its work. What is coming is not a small improvement on the life you have been living. What is coming is not a minor upgrade, a slightly better version of the same circumstances. What is coming, what the cosmic energy I felt in your frequency is pointing toward, is a fundamental shift, a realignment so complete that you will look back at this season not with regret, but with astonished gratitude. Gratitude for the pressure that created the clarity. Gratitude for the silence that sharpened your hearing. Gratitude for the losses that created the space for what is arriving now. You are not at the end of your story. You are at the beginning of its most powerful chapter. Let me tell you what I see moving toward you in the energetic field of your future. I see relief. Not the temporary relief of a problem temporarily solved, but deep structural relief, the kind that lives in the body, that releases the shoulders you have been holding up around your ears, that softens the jaw you have been clenching without realizing. The kind of relief that arrives when the thing you have been bracing for either resolves or reveals itself as smaller than fear made it. That relief is on its way to you. I see clarity, the fog that has surrounded your decision-making, that maddening, disorienting fog that made even simple choices feel impossible, that blurred the line between right and wrong, between holding on and letting go. That fog is lifting. In its place, a vision, not of every detail, not of every step, but of the direction. A clear, luminous sense of where you are supposed to go, and enough confidence in the compass of your own soul to take the next step without needing to see the entire path. I see connection, relationships that are genuinely reciprocal, people who meet your energy with equal energy, who give as naturally as they receive, who see your light without feeling threatened by it, who challenge you to grow without trying to change who you are. These connections are entering your field. Some are already present, closer than you realize, waiting for the moment your energy stabilizes enough to fully recognize them. Others are approaching, drawn by the frequency you are broadcasting as you step more fully into your truth. I see abundance, and I use that word carefully because abundance is not only financial, though financial ease is part of what I see shifting in your energy. Abundance is the full, generous, overflowing life. It is time to do what matters. It is energy that doesn't run dry. It is joy that doesn't have to be earned. It is a relationship with life where you feel supported rather than drained, where provision arrives before desperation, where you stop living in the narrow margin of just enough. I see purpose stepping forward, that calling you have been circling, the thing that lights something up inside you even when you try to talk yourself out of it, even when logic says it's not practical, even when fear says you are not qualified. The universe is clearing the path toward it, not all at once, not without effort on your part, but with unmistakable momentum. With doors opening that have no earthly explanation, with the right people appearing at the right moments to confirm what your soul already knew.
Your purpose is not a fantasy, it is your assignment, and the universe is moving heaven and earth to place you in a position to live it fully.
Cosmic energy does not deliver a future passively. It is not a vending machine where you receive without participating. The universe is your co-creator, and co-creation requires your conscious, active, faithful participation. So I want to give you something practical, something you can carry into your day, into your week, into the unfolding of this powerful new season. First, stop rehearsing the old story, the story that says you are too late, the story that says the best has already passed, the story that says people like you don't get the life you want. That story is not truth. It is a recording, a loop created by old pain, old disappointment, old voices that no longer have authority in your life. Every time you catch yourself narrating it, stop, breathe, and replace it with a single sentence of truth. I am in the middle of becoming, and what is coming is better than what I left behind. Second, practice receiving. One of the most profound spiritual blocks is the inability to receive, to accept good things without immediately questioning whether you deserve them, to allow support without immediately feeling obligated to repay it, to sit with joy without waiting for it to be taken away. The universe is trying to give to you. Practice opening your hands. Practice saying thank you to the universe, to the people who show up for you, to life itself, and meaning it without qualification. Third, move toward what feels alive. Not what feels safe, not what makes the most logical sense, not what other people have decided is the right path for you with your background, your circumstances, your age. Move toward what makes you feel alive. The universe communicates in the language of aliveness, that electric, expansive feeling in the chest when you are pointed in the right direction. You know that feeling. Trust it more than you trust your fears. Fourth, protect your energy. You are in a sensitive, sacred season of transition. Not every space is safe for your transformation. Not every conversation is worthy of your most tender, most vulnerable truth. Discernment is not judgment. Creating boundaries is not hardness. Choosing carefully who gets access to your inner world during this time is not selfishness, it is stewardship. Guard what is growing. Fifth, be patient with the timing. The universe does not work on demand. It works in divine timing, which is always, always more intelligent than our urgency. Trust the pace. Trust the pauses. Trust that what is for you cannot miss you, and what is not for you cannot survive your energy for long. Impatience is fear wearing the mask of motivation. Genuine faith rests. It moves when it is time to move, and it rests when it is time to rest, and it knows the difference because it trusts the intelligence it is partnered with.
And now I want to give you something that you can return to. On the hard days, in the quiet hours, in the moments when doubt comes back louder than it should. These are the words the universe wants you to carry. You are not forgotten. You never were. The silence you felt was not absence. It was the sacred hush of preparation. The kind of stillness that precedes earthquakes of goodness, tsunamis of blessing, revolutions of grace. Everything you endured was seen. Every night you chose to rise the next morning despite every reason not to, it was witnessed. Every time you chose integrity when dishonesty would have been easier. Every time you chose kindness when bitterness was more available. Every time you kept your heart open when every signal said to close it, the cosmos registered it, recorded it, honored it. You did not go unnoticed. And the account that was being built in the quantum field of your life, the account of your endurance, your compassion, your faithfulness in the unseen. That account is full, overflowing, and it is drawing toward you right now at speeds that will soon make sense of every single delay. Do not shrink yourself, for space is too small for your becoming. Do not return to what you have outgrown simply because it is familiar. Do not let the noise of the world drown out the frequency of your own truth. You were made for more than survival. You were made for flourishing, the full, radiant, unapologetic flourishing of a soul that finally stopped apologizing for how much light it carries. That time is now. Not someday, not when everything is perfect. Now, in the middle of the becoming, with the mess still visible and the clarity still arriving. Now is when you rise. As I close this message, as the energy that moved through these words begins to settle into the space around you, I want to leave you with one final truth. One that is simple. One that requires nothing from you except the willingness to let it be true. The universe loves you. Not the version of you that has everything figured out, not the version that never struggles, never doubts, never falls apart in the privacy of a quiet room, not the version that has arrived at the destination, that has solved every problem, that has become the finished product of their own transformation. The universe loves the version of you that exists right now, in this moment, incomplete, in process, still carrying questions that don't have answers yet, still healing wounds that haven't fully closed, still becoming someone that even you haven't fully met. That version, exactly as you are in this breath, is cherished by the cosmic intelligence that breathes life into every living thing. You are enough for this moment. You are ready for what is next. And the universe, that vast, boundless, precise, loving force that scattered stars across the void and placed in you a soul capable of wondering about them, is with you, completely, permanently, without condition. Go now. Carry this. Let it settle into your bones, into the marrow of your belief. Let it change how you stand, how you speak, how you choose, how you love yourself through what is still unfolding. Your moment is here. The universe said so.